the number one thing to avoid is confusing salvation by grace alone with the doctrine of good works. And that can be the source of a pastor's reticence to preach on the subject. So he needs to be very clear about the difference between the two. Chronologically, salvation by grace alone comes first. It has nothing to do with good works. It's salvation by grace, by the work of God, not by the work of man. That has to be very clear. I would recommend anyone preaching on the subject not immediately begin with the doctrine of good works, but begin with the gospel, which is the foundation. Paul in 1 Corinthians 3 says this is the foundation. The foundation is Jesus Christ, upon which the believer builds his life and his works. So I would say always preach the gospel first. Otherwise, you don't have the right context to preach the doctrine of good works. The context is always post-regeneration, response to what God has done for us, and the desire to be pleasing to Him. That would be my advice.